The biggest World Cup in history is breaking records. In the same month, on the same fields, a country of 500,000 people pulled off a miracle, while ordinary fans got priced out of stadiums in their own backyard. This tournament is showing the best and the worst of what soccer can be. Stick around, and you can decide for yourself, did bigger actually make it better? Soccer just ran the biggest experiment in its history. For almost 100 years, the World Cup capped out around 32 teams in one host country. This time, they blew it open. 48 teams, 3 countries, and a jump from 64 games to 104. Would going 50% bigger unlock new dreams, or just water everything down? So far, it's done both. And the gap between the beautiful and the ugly is stunning. Start with the good. Critics swore the expansion would flood the tournament with weak teams and blowouts. Instead, the underdogs stole the show. 4 nations made their World Cup debut, including Curacao, a Caribbean island of just 160,000 people, the smallest country ever to qualify, and Uzbekistan in their first World Cup ever. But the team everyone's talking about is Cape Verde, an island nation off the coast of Africa. 500,000 people, a 40-year-old goalkeeper. In their first ever World Cup match, they held Spain, the European champions, to a scoreless draw. Then they tied Uruguay, a 2-time world champion, 2-2, and their first ever World Cup goal was a free kick from 30 yards, one of the longest range goals of the tournament. And today, they finished second in their group and reached the knockout round in their first tournament. Their reward? The defending world champions. 500,000 people against Lionel Messi and Argentina. The old, smaller World Cup almost never let a story like this breathe. The good isn't only on the field. For nearly all of World Cup history, every referee was a man. That only changed in 2022. This time, 6 women are officiating, 2 of them as lead referees, Tori Penso of the US and Katia Garcia of Mexico, the first Mexican woman to referee at a World Cup. And on June 18th, for just the second time at a men's World Cup, an all-women crew ran a match. This time, all 3 from the same country. Then there's the party. This is now the most attended World Cup ever. It flew past the record from 1994, over 3.6 million fans and climbing. In Mexico City, every home win sets the streets on fire. Tens of thousands swarm the Angel of Independence, the city's golden monument. And at one match in the main square, more than 200,000 people packed in. Locals shoulder to shoulder with visitors from across the planet. But a lot of those street parties happen for a sadder reason. People couldn't afford to get inside. The same tournament throwing the biggest party on Earth is squeezing its fans harder than ever. When the hosts won the bid, they promised the most expensive final ticket would run about $1,500. This year, the top seats hit nearly $11,000. FIFA used dynamic pricing for the first time, prices that rise and fall with demand, like plane tickets. Fans felt cheated, and the Attorneys General of New York and New Jersey launched an investigation. Even with record crowds, some stadiums sat half empty because the seats cost more than regular people could pay. Just before kickoff, nearly 180,000 tickets sat unsold, so FIFA ended up cutting prices across the board. FIFA says the money funds soccer worldwide and just matches the local market. Fair enough. But fans caught another move. The game now stops for hydration breaks, water for the players. Smart in the heat. Except they happen even when it's cool, splitting the match into 4 quarters, like the NBA or NFL. Tidy windows for TV ads. Even Gary Neville called them what they look like, commercial breaks in disguise. The expansion carried a hidden cost, too. Spreading the tournament across 3 countries and 16 cities means teams and fans flying non-stop across a continent. Analysts call it the most carbon-heavy World Cup ever. Estimates run from around 4 to 9 million tons of CO2. Then there's the heat. Scientists warned that roughly 1 in 4 matches could be played in dangerous temperatures, and only 3 of the 16 stadiums have air conditioning. The face of the debate became FIFA's president, Gianni Infantino, hopping by private jet from game to game. His plane alone, by one estimate, burning 3 to 500 tons of carbon. Critics called it hypocritical for a group that promises to go green. FIFA's reply? Its people take whatever flight is most efficient. Both things are true at once, and that's the whole story of this World Cup. So, bigger World Cup. Better? In one tournament, you got a fairy tale from an island of 500,000. Women rewriting who gets to hold the whistle, and the biggest crowds the sport has ever seen. In that same tournament, $11,000 tickets, half-empty seats, and a carbon bill nobody wants. The expansion didn't make the World Cup all good or all bad. It made it bigger. If you picked up something new, hit subscribe. See you in the next one.